Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm John. This is Many a True Nerd, and this is Hitman Blood Money, No Kill, and other stuff. We are here at the front lobby of Dance with the Devil, and I'm going to make a confession. I'm going to speak to this guy, and then I'm going to make a confession. Hello, guy.
I left my briefcase here.
Yeah. Left my briefcase. You should go and check it out, and also not look behind you while you're doing it. So, confession. The difficulty has been turned down in this occasion. I have turned the difficulty down to normal. Speak to that guy, by the way. He goes into the back room, and then you can just grab him and knock him out. The reason I've turned the difficulty down to normal is because in order to do this properly in all accident style, and also show off a lot of the more interesting accidents that can happen in this mission, there's a lot of luck manipulation, there's a lot of kind of AI behaviour that can go horribly, horribly wrong. So, for that reason, I really kind of, it's doable. I mean, everything I'm about to show you can be done in professional, but it would kind of be, I don't know, maybe 1 in 20 times. Because I would try to record this on the normal difficulty setting that I do, and it was about... after 3 hours, I just thought I have to turn this down to normal, unfortunately. So come in here, steal the videotape. Best time to do that is mysteriously not when that guy is facing that way, is the strangest thing of all. Easiest time to do this is actually when he walks over there. Wait for him to walk over there. There we are. Wait for him to go over there and then not be looking at you. There we go. Got the tape. Lovely. Mysteriously, if you're waiting for him to be standing over there facing away from you, he mysteriously sees you a very large proportion of the time. So that's annoying. So just head down into the car park. I think everyone knows roughly what happens next. The guest of heaven. Grab the uniform that's just kind of lying here at the back of this van. Normally you'd go up in the elevator at that point, but that means there's a weapons search. Your much better bet is to, after making sure that you're clear on this side, sneak round the back of this car and deal with, after just a bit of juddering, sedative this police officer. So yeah, for this mission, I really need all 5 saves. I apologise, but I spent hours doing this. Everything you see here, if you have the patience of a saint, if you've got, a good 10 hours spare, you could do all of this on professional mode without a single save. And there are people who have done this. You can look that up if you really want to. But, and there are also ways I could have done this that were much cheaper and less interesting, where I could have done it in 3 or no saves fairly easily. But I didn't want to do that. I wanted to show off all the most fun stuff. So let's head upstairs now that we have, and as you can see, we still have our guns on us, which is very, very useful indeed. So as you go upstairs, that guy will always, as a matter of just scripting, walk through that door. Now what we need to do is we need to clear out this hallway of the security guards, the heaven security guards. And there's going to be 2 of them that hang around most commonly. This guy wanders in and out a fair bit, so really we just need to wait for him to be gone. Unfortunately, I've been a bit unlucky with the timing. These guys, like most guards in Hitman Blood Money, they have their own little routine, but their routines are independent, they're not synced with each other. So they're not always going to be in the perfect spot for you. So in this particular case, I've been unlucky, because the perfect scenario is, in a minute, that guy is going to go and stand and look through that door, while this guy... Aha, here we go. This might just work.
Don't nobody shoot.
Okay, yep. Okay, that worked out quite well at the end. So just hit him. Knock him unconscious. Gun away. Suit heaven. Drag body. Over rail. Now, the guard who was here... That's the guard who's now over there. He wanders between those 2 slots. The guy you can just see between the 2 pillars on the left there. He occasionally wanders up to that position instead. Whether or not the woman on the stage is singing is also very important. Because when she's singing, a load of people just stand watching her sing. And therefore don't come through here. Okay, that guy just came through. This is a good chance to get him. So just move over to the end, just like we did in previous missions. Just press drop body next to the edge, and he gets tossed off, and that's deemed an accident. Is this guy moving back? Yeah, not yet. So that's the guy who was there on the inside of that door, who will occasionally come through. And incidentally, of course, as you're probably aware, the woman on the stage is actually one of the assassins. So knowing whether or not she's singing is also very important for other reasons, because when she finishes singing, she'll go into a position where we can get her nice and easily. Okay, she's done. Everyone applauds, so you know she's done. So I would have liked that guard to come back so we could have dealt with him. But we've been unfortunate this time. We've managed to get 2 guards and toss them off. But as we've got the disguise, we're allowed to go into this office. And we're going to want to do that now. So we're going to want to hide in the closet. A couple of minutes later, she'll come in here. Just wait for her to start walking deeper into the office. And now sneak after her. She will momentarily make the world's most ill-advised phone call. At which point you can grab her very easily. So just get behind her.
Angel here.
Human shield. And then just knock her unconscious to make sure that no one sees her, because she's hidden behind the sofa. So right now she's unconscious, not dead. Next, check the laptop. The laptop which informs you the woman you've just beaten unconscious happens to be one of the main targets anyway, so isn't that fortunate? Now let's clear out everyone else. This guard needs to go down too, but in a second he will make the terrible decision to walk away from you down the corridor. There we go.
No one has to get hurt here.
So, just, it's a lovely shadow there, wasn't it? Beautiful. Anyway, move him back into the office. No one else comes in here, so don't worry about that. Then just knock him out. And that just leaves one more person we need to get out of the way. And that, incidentally, is a civilian. Because if the assassin is singing, everyone hangs out by the stage listening to her. If she's not, everyone spreads out. Fortunately, there's one thing we can do. If you just bother him a bit, he'll decide he doesn't like standing here because there's a weird bald guy invading his personal space. In a second, he will run over there, over towards the lift. You can just grab him from behind as he approaches this spot over here and toss him straight over. That is now everyone who theoretically might pass through this spot dealt with, I believe. That means I can deal with one of the assassins. And this is a good time to deal with it because we're actually now waiting for a little while. Oh, no we're not. No we're not. Sorry. If that little thing comes up, that means time's a wasting. That means it's time to deal with something else first. So we will deal with one other thing first. So when that pops up, that means this guy is actually about to go downstairs. And into the lift he comes. Oh, double shot. Lovely. That's nice. There we go. Oh, I finally got it there. Excellent. What you're seeing there is a lift glitch. A lift glitch that exists. I'm just going to climb up just in case anyone actually finds the body. I don't think they will. Generally, if someone dies in that lift, no one ever sees it. But I'm just going to hide up here just in case anyone does. If I go into yellow, I'll know that it has been found. No, we're good. Now, what you just saw there was a well-known lift glitch, which is lifts in Blood Money are slightly broken. And what happens is, in the event that someone is in a moving lift, if you shove them and they fall to the ground, it's instant death. Normally if you shove someone and they fall to the ground, they just get back up again, or at very worst they're unconscious. But for some reason the physics engine of Blood Money really doesn't like lifts moving. So if someone hits the ground while they are, if someone actually does hit the ground while they're in a lift, unfortunately it's instant death. So yeah, that took me about 8 attempts to get right. Very often he just stumbles, but then recovers. In the event that you don't want to take the risk doing that, and I wouldn't blame you if you didn't, you can just knock him unconscious, take the lift straight back up again, and then throw him over the rail, which is a good way to get rid of his body anyway, quite frankly. So that's a positive thing to do. And as we're back upstairs anyway, from me showing you that, so then Eve, you drag, and you just take her back to the lobby and toss her over the rail too. Pretty much the rails are the way that you do this mission. The rail outside the lift is by far the easiest way to do this mission. And incidentally, if you're having any trouble sneaking behind people in order to grab them a human shield style in order to throw them over, use the gun behavior glitch. Well, it's not really glitch, it's just a slightly weird bit of AI, which is if there's a gun on the ground, any guard will walk towards it to retrieve it. So there we are, just toss Eve over, and that is another objective complete. So yeah, if I left a gun there, right on the ground here, then as a guard comes through this door, he will see it and he will walk towards it. And then of course you can just go up behind him, human shield him and toss him straight over the rail, and you can just do that for plenty of the guards. So that done, head down. Now, you may well be wondering why exactly I've made what you probably think is a mistake and not taken the CIA agent suit. It's the best disguise in the level, because obviously it lets you go literally everywhere without any form of search whatsoever. And the reason I've decided to do that is because I actually want a disguise that isn't allowed in the lower level. I'm about to go down to the lower level, and I need a disguise that isn't allowed in the lower level. I know that sounds a bit counterintuitive, but I shall explain. So obviously I could just hop over and get in the lift down that way. Again, nice and easy. I'm not going to go down. I'm going to head back into the car park. So this time, just head round towards the back. And we're not going down to the hell party by the lift. We are going to go to the hell party via this door. Again, don't have to worry about the camera because we've already got. You don't have to worry about the camera because we already have the tape from earlier. Wait for the guard to pass by. Lovely. And head downstairs. Still dressed as a Heaven member of staff, and Heaven staff are not allowed in the hell party. The staff are very well segregated. So, first things first, I do want to have this costume to hand, but I'm also going to need a costume that fits better in this area. So just head out the stairs and head into this room. When this guy's in here, grab him, move him around the corner, and just knock him unconscious. This is a very nice place to have a body just left over. So down he goes, and we get the suit for the Hell Guard. But obviously remember, the Heaven Guard outfit is right there, because that is going to be important. So, first things first, I think this is the accident literally everyone knows about and everyone always uses, but hey, let's go with it anyway. The pyrotechnics display. And that done, start picking off the guards. All the guards in this back area need to be taken care of. So just start picking them off one by one. That guy can go in there.
Don't do anything.
That guy can be human shielded as he comes out of the staff only room. I'm pretty sure he's the only person that goes in there. Oh, she is very unfortunately just been fried and will fall into the fish tank. This guy will take up this position, which is very convenient for him to also be put over the railing into the shark tank. So, we've cleared out everyone who wanders around in this area. And now we've got one last problem. Maynard John, the assassin who's posing as the bartender. He's a nightmare because if you just approach him in any way, he'll see through any disguise and he will invite you to do a duel one-on-one. And when he does that duel one-on-one, there's no way to have him commit an accident because when you are in there, the room locks down until he's dead. So there's no way to get him out of the room once he's in it unless he's already dead, and there's no way to make him have an accident within the room. You can get him in a human shield, but even knocking him unconscious doesn't unlock the doors. That's not good enough. If you read lots of guides about this mission, they'll always say kind of like, oh yeah, Maynard John, he can see for any disguise. There's another slightly weird trick to him too, which is he technically is staff. Even though he's an assassin, he's posing as staff, so some of his AI is that of a staff member, which means if he sees someone who's not supposed to be here, like, for example, a person in a Heaven outfit, if he sees such a person on the bottom floor, he will come and investigate, which is pretty much, so as far as I'm aware, the only way that he can be lured away from the bar. Other than that, he'll just stay by the bar in the main area, or occasionally wander to a slightly different bit of the main area to watch the woman dance when she dances on the pyrotechnics display. But obviously once she's dead, he doesn't do that anymore anyway. So what I've got to do is I've got to open those doors in such a way as he sees me, but nobody else does. So I've got to be slightly over to the right, because all the guards are standing on, as I'm looking at it now, the right-hand side of the corridor, and he's slightly to the left. So I need him to see me and no one else to, so he will chase me down. And this is a nightmare to do, incidentally. Oh, I think he saw me. I think he saw me. Yeah, Maynard John is following. Maynard John is following. And now I just need him to follow me up these stairs. Up the stairs, away from everyone else.
Get out of here, buddy, or there's gonna be trouble.
And now he runs back down. But if I'm fast...
Take cover, he's armed.
Come on, come on. Human shield him. Human shield him, yes. Come on. That will have been a disguise. That will unfortunately have been a cover blown. But honestly, I don't care. That took a few attempts because it's hard to make him see you, and sometimes even after he's seen you, it won't always work properly. So yeah, problems. Yep, same as everyone else. Just bring him round here and then drop him off into the shark tank. In you go, Maynard John. Oh. He tried to escape into space, but it was no good. Switch back into a hell uniform just in case you happen to run into anyone. And that is all 4 people killed. Dance with the devil. It's just a difficult mission to do like this. It's just such a nightmare because literally manipulating Maynard John's slightly weird AI because he acts like a member of staff even though he actually really isn't one. Is pretty much one of the only ways to it's pretty much one of the only ways to complete the mission. So I'm not going to bother going and get my suit. I'm just going. I'm just going while the running's good, and we escape. And there we go. So total kills 0, no shots fired, no shots hit. 9 accidents occurred because a fair few people did need to be not just knocked unconscious but actually got out of the way. I probably could have got away with less accidents actually. I could probably have knocked a few more people unconscious and dragged them round into the office or the staff room. I probably could have done a bit more of that. So maybe I was a little OTT with how many people had accidents there, but regardless, it's nothing but accidents. So silent assassin. I'm also amazed my cover's not deemed to have been blown because the assassin totally saw through my cover, but then I guess Maynard John is supposed to always be able to see through a cover anyway, so maybe it doesn't count. Officially 27 minutes, that was actually more like an hour of recording time because I kept having to go back to saves because yeah, the elevator pushing glitch, that took like 8 attempts. Maynard John, that was a few more attempts. There's just so many things that can go wrong in this mission if you're trying to do it accidents only. It is a nightmare, but I am really glad to have got Silent Assassin in that, actually. Silent Assassin, all accidents. I'm actually pretty chuffed with that. That's not easy to do, especially as I say, there was 3 hours of recording trying to do this before. In terms of sniping spots, you've not got a huge number of spectacular ones in this mission. I'd say the only thing you do have that's really that good at all is if you head up onto the upper area, then you do have a really nice shot at Eve while she's on stage. And potentially, if you're really lucky, you might even be able to snipe the other target as he's through from the same position here. I'm pretty sure he comes through that door, so might be doable. There we go. Yeah, you can. Okay, so the upper balcony up here, you can get a shot at Eve while she's on the stage. You can get a shot at the main target while he's coming through here. Meanwhile, in terms of explosives, this crate that you find in the basement kitchen is probably the most interesting thing that you actually find. So obviously, you can place an item in it. So, for example, an explosive. Pick up the kitchen crate, pop it down, here will do, and then just have a chat with Maynard John.
Ah, Mr. 47, we're going to duel.
And then just Nice easy way to win. And then just walk away. And obviously it is well worth when that woman dies. There we are. The shark does actually go and eat her. Drags her around a bit. So you can actually see her under the water in the mouth of the shark there. And if you go right up to the glass, you get rid of the red filter as well. So yeah, she's not getting up from that one, I think. Now, interestingly, both of these bottles are marked as poisonable, strongly suggesting that doing so would be a way. Oh, well, just been shot there. That doing so would be a way of poisoning the chap, Maynard John. But I'm not sure how on earth you would do it. I'm going to try. I'm actually going to see if this is doable. Okay, so I've come down to hell, and I pretty much haven't done anything. I've killed a couple of people up top, but my timings are about right. The woman is about to start dancing, and the one time that Maynard John steps away from the bar, aside from when he's already dueling you, is... There we go. When she starts dancing, he becomes sort of interested in watching her dance. As a member of staff, I think I'm allowed behind the bar. Question is, can I get a syringe into that bottle without anyone minding? Has he taken the glass? He doesn't seem to have taken the glass with him, but it's disappeared, which is unusual. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to detonate an explosion as a distraction. Come on, yeah, go investigate, you lazy bums. Okay, just run for it. I'm going to see if I can get out of their range. If I can just run far enough for them to just not realise I'm here anymore. I might be able to. I don't know. Okay, so I'm just going to run. 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 My entire life at this point is just running away. I'm going to go hide right in the back room in the first area. What did happen was I got the poison into the bottle, and then I escaped. And the question then is, I suppose, does that count for anything? Have they actually stopped following me? Okay, let's just get up to heaven. I'm going to go up to heaven. I'm just going to sneak up to heaven in order that I can get the information from the office. Because if I get the information from the office, then obviously that will mean I'll be able to see whether or not anyone has drunk from that bottle and as a consequence died. Okay, we've just got our way in here. Okay, it looks like we've got a different problem. Maynard John never went back to the bar because the woman never stopped dancing. Interesting problem. Yeah, unfortunately, poisoning Maynard John, not sure that can be done. I'm sure there must be a way. I mean, there is a glass and a bottle, both on the glass and a bottle, both on the bar, that are both poisonable. I feel like there must be a way to do it, but even using an explosive as a distraction, I couldn't do it without a firefight. And even when I did it and there was a firefight and I managed to run away from said firefight, even then it didn't work because Maynard John never went back to his default position. So, and I've never seen him actually take a drink. When I watch him from afar, he does an awful lot of cleaning the bar. He doesn't actually ever take a sip of anything. So I'm not sure what those two things are there for, but never mind. Anyway, that's Hitman Blood Money. Dance with it for not the longest part, I imagine. After I've edited it down, I apologise for that. It's been an awful lot of recording, but there's not the most stuff in the world in it, which is kind of a shame. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff a lot of people do know, but obviously, you know, there are trap doors in both the elevators, so you can use that to strangle both the victims. I think obviously the main target in gold regularly goes to the bathroom, so you can easily kill him in the toilet. But I think that's how most people kill him, so I'm not really interested in showing that off. But anyway, that is actually that's a really difficult all accident to do. Maynard John is a nightmare to kill all accidents. So I hope a few people have learned something that you didn't know before. Next week on Hitman Blood Money, No Kill, we are heading into Amendment 25, and that's a fun mission. That's another mission that's difficult, but then it's not actually that difficult because at the very least there's only 2 targets rather than 4, so it can be done on expert mode. So we'll be going back to normal expert mode next week. I do apologise, I had to drop down to normal for the main No Kill playthrough of Dance from the Devil. But anyway, I've been John. This has been Many a True Nerd, and this has been Hitman Blood Money No Kill. Thank you very much, and goodbye. I don't care that everyone is shooting at me. Leave me the hell alone, all of you. Oh dear. Oh, did you explode? Oh, that's a shame. Judder away, 47, judder away! Oh god, his hand, what's happened to his arms?